Hello guys, Robot1 here, and today I'm doing the Future of Yu-Gi-Oh segment on my channel. And for you guys who have not seen this segment before, it is a segment where I talk about cards that have come out or have not come out, or archetypes or decks that I think would be good in the future of Yu-Gi-Oh, and I think would continue this art game even further. Now, as you can see, I am talking about the DDD deck. And these are just a few cards that I thought which would be good in the future of Yu-Gi-Oh! And my opinion is why I think these cards will be good in the future of Yu-Gi-Oh! So let's start off with first DDD CEO Hell Armageddon. Now this is a dark level 8 scale 4 3000 attack 1000 defense pendulum monster. Its pendulum effect is once per turn. You can target one DD monster you control against 800 attack until the end of this turn. Now that effect is pretty good because it gives any monster you control, DDD monster you control, an extra 800 attack point boost, which could actually give the deck an actual more beat stick. Because right now the highest beat stick you can actually summon in the deck would be 28 with ease. Well, you could summon with ease because of slime plus any DD monster. So that's actually a good effect because you can just boost any DD monster's attack, which is quite good in its own right. And its monster effect is, once per turn, if a monster/monsters you control is destroyed by battle or by card effect, you can target one of those monsters. This card gains attack equal to that monster's original attack until the end of this turn. This card cannot attack directly the turn you activate this effect. So right away we already have an effect that allows this card to say if your monster was bottomless or maybe even trap hold by something, or chaos trap hold, or not chaos, chaos trap hold, time space trap hold would probably not work because it doesn't destroy. But any card that destroys your pendulum monster, your pet DD monster, this card will instantly be able to target it, and this card will then gain that much attack, which is actually very good because it could become a potentially 6,000 attack point monster at most, possibly even more. And its other effect is this card cannot be destroyed by spell or trap effects that do not target. So that's an amazing effect in its own right, because it means it can't be destroyed by Raigeki, Dark Hole, TT, Bottomless, Time Space. Well, no, Time Space would work. Anything like that doesn't target, that would not be able to destroy it, which is already very good. Sorry guys, I'm just a bit tired right now because I've been trying to make this video all day because my laptop's been going crazy. So it's been pretty hard for me to make these videos. So next, let's move on to the next one, and I also give this card a thumbs up because it's got very good effects and it's a 3k beat stick, plus you can summon it very easy in the DDD deck. So this card is a very good card that when it's released, it'll probably be put in the DDD deck right away. So let's go on to the next card, DDD OC Chaos Apocalypse. This card's effect is let's start off with what it is. Sorry guys, I'm just trying to speed things up. It is a dark level 7 scale 4 2700 attack 2000 defense. Its pendulum effect is you can banish 2 DD monsters from your graveyard, special summon this card from your pendulum zone. So that's actually quite good as well, because you could be like, oh, I have these 2 useless DD monsters in my graveyard. I can now special summon a 2700 attack point monster from my pendulum zone and have a big beat stick. So that could potentially save you. It could potentially give you more damage to actually OTK for the game, which is very good. And its monster effect is, during your opponent's turn, so this is something that happens on your opponent's turn, During your opponent's turn, if this card is in your hand or your graveyard, you can target 2 face-up spell or trap cards you control. You cannot special summon monsters for the rest of this turn, except fiend type monsters. Wouldn't really matter because it's on your opponent's turn, but except fiend monsters. Also, destroy those targets, and if you do, special summon this card. This is a quick effect. So this is already stated it's a quick effect. You can special summon during your opponent's turn, and it doesn't have to be dark contract cards you could destroy. So you could be like, you could destroy any face-up spell or trap card you control, even if it's not dark contracts, and it doesn't state. So you could even destroy pendulum cards. Oh, I've got a scale I don't want. I'll destroy that to summon this. That's actually quite good. I'll give this card a thumbs up purely because of that. And that's its only effect, I believe. Yes, that's its only effect. And you can only use that effect once per turn, obviously, because then it'll be a bit too broken. So yeah, thumbs up just because it's got great effect. Plus, it can save you in those tough situations. Now on to the next card, DD Servant Newton. It is a dark level 7, scale 10. 0 attack, 0 defense, pendulum monster. Its pendulum effect is, you cannot pendulum summon monsters except DD monsters. This effect cannot be negated. Before resolving this effect of a trap, before resolving the effect of a trap card that would inflict damage to you, you can negate the effect that destroy this card. This effect can only be used once while this card is in the pendulum zone. Well, that's actually really good, because when you think about it, you could, if you're about to lose because you have the trap. Oh, whoops. Kind of just got rid of it, guys. Sorry, just let me get that back. Okay, there we go. Sorry, guys, fixed that. So you could potentially save yourself purely because you have this in the pendulum zone. So that's actually got a quite good pendulum effect. And its monster effect is, you can discard this card and target 1 DD or dark contract card in your graveyard, except DD Servant, add it to your hand. Okay, so it's got its own recyclability as well. That's quite good as well, because you could possibly recycle any cards, or any dark... Actually, no, any monster or dark contract card in your graveyard. So you could possibly discard this, get your Stratos or Rota card, you want to call it, back to your hand, play, and then be able to just play a lot of cards. Plus, it's a scale 10, so you can pendulum summon all your big scales like this, of your big levels, from your extra deck, which is very good. I have to say, this is a good card. So, thumbs up on this card as well. Now, next is DDD Servant Copernicus? I'm saying Copernicus, aren't I? Copernicus. I can't pronounce that, guys. So yeah, whatever that's called, it is a dark level 4, scale 1, 0 attack, 0 defense, fiend pendulum monster. Its effect is... Okay, this is basically this, but it stops the spells. So that's another good effect that I don't really want to read because it would take too long, and I just want to try and make this video shorter for you guys. So basically it's this. This is pendulum effect, where it negates damage from traps, but it's going to be destroying itself to do that. So its monster effect is, if this card is normal or special summoned, you can send 1 DD or dark contract card from your deck to the graveyard. You can only use this effect once per turn. So that's really good, because you could be like, normal summon slime, well, send slime or necro slime, and then either special summon a big monster from hand, or fusion summon from grave. So that's actually good in its own right as well, because it's like a foolish burial in a sense. So that's good. I give this card a thumbs up as well, because it allows you to just cycle through your deck, get your necro slime or something in the grave to play better cards. So thumbs up from this card as well. It's a great card. It's got good effects. That's what these cards are really, because I'm only really talking about the cards that I think would be really good in the future of the DDD deck. So next is DD Cerberus. It is a dark level 4, scale 6, 1800 attack, 600 defense. Its pendulum effect is once per turn you can target one DD monster you control. Its level becomes 4, and if it does, it gains 400 attack and defense. So this card basically allows rank 4 plays, and that is very good as well. So this could basically be like, oh, I'm on the wrong card now. I wasn't looking at the screen for a second. So this card basically allows rank 4 plays a lot easier, and you can potentially go into an amazing play purely because of this card. And I would say this card is very good in its own right as well. Plus you could give any monster additional attack, which is also very good as well. Oh god, guys, I'm so tired. I'm sorry. Now its monster effect is, when this card is pendulum summoned from your hand while you control a DD monster, except DD Cerberus, you can target one continuous spell card in your graveyard, add it to your hand. So this card can say give you. This card could give you your Searcher back, so you could add your Dark Contract with the gate back, search any card you want, or search any monster, and then just continue to make bigger plays because of it. But there is a downside to that effect, which is you don't get to... You kind of own... Well, not don't get to, what am I saying? The bad side to that effect is that it has to be pendulum summoned. And not all your scales are below 3. But thanks to these guys, that kind of makes up for it, because now you can actually pendulum summon this card. So I have to say it's a very good effect, but if you don't have something like this in the scale, then it's kind of useless. So yeah, this card is a thumbs up, but if it didn't have to be pendulum summoned, it would be a lot better. But it's a very good card in its own right. So the next card is DD Orifice, basically little brother to this thing, right? And its effect, and it is a dark level 4 monster, scale 3, with 600 attack, 1800 defense. Yeah, basically the opposite of this. And its pendulum effect is once per turn you can target one spell. Oh god, spell slash trap card on the field, and one other DD or Dark Contra card you control, and you destroy them. So basically this is a 1-for-1 in a sense. You destroy your Dark Contract or DDD monster, then you destroy your opponent's spell or trap card, so that's actually quite decent in its own right as well. Plus it's a level 4, so it allows rank 4 plays. And its monster effect is, when you take damage, you can special summon this card from your hand. After you special summon this card, you cannot special summon monsters for the rest of this turn, except fiend type monsters. Okay, so this basically has kind of a Leonidas effect as well. So with the Leonidas effect, you can basically special summon it, but it doesn't stop the damage, which I don't really like. But it's kind of cool in its own sense as well, so it's okay, but not as good as something like Leonidas. But its pendulum effect is very good, so I'd say this card will be good in the future as well. And next is DD Lilith. Now this is a card that I actually really like in the deck, so let's get on with it. It is a dark level 4, 100 attack, 2100 defense monster. It has 2 effects, and I'll start reading that now. If this card is normal or special summon, so it can be normal or special summon, but you cannot flip summon it, you've got to remember that. It gets one of these 2 effects, and you can only activate one of the effects per turn. Target one DD monster in your graveyard, add that target to your hand. So basically it's got the recyclability already, and its other effect is basically the same, but you can add from your extra deck to your hand. So this card basically allows the recyclability of the deck, because say if you're playing a pendulum build, you can be like normal summon or special summon this card, recycle say something like this or even these two, then you can reset your scale and then pendulum summon a load of monsters from your extra deck or your hand, and then you can just make bigger plays purely because you did that. So this card basically allows the recyclability, plus it's a very good card for its own effect. So next let's go on to DDD Night Howling. Now this is a very good card as well. It is a dark level 3, 300 attack, 600 defense monster. It is a tuner monster as well, so this is the tuner of the deck. And the next card as well, but this is the main tuner, I'd say. And its effect is, when this card is normal summoned, so you can't just be like special summon get effect, you can target one DD monster in your graveyard, special summon that card, that target, but its attack becomes and defense becomes 0. So it's basically got a Stratos effect in its own right, which is very good. Not Stratos effect, sorry. It's got a Altair effect, so 10-9 Altair effect, which is very good. And its other effect is, if that monster is destroyed, you take 1,000 points of damage. If you activate, if you've activated its effect this turn, you can only special summon fiend monsters, obviously. So basically, it's a very good effect because it allows you to go into your synchro plays, and it can also potentially make big monsters, which is very good as well. Plus, you could be like special summon this, and then recycle anything from your graveyard or extra deck, which is very good. So I'd have to give this card a thumbs up as well. And next is DD Lamia. So this is a dark level 1 fiend tuner effect. It has 100 attack, 1900 defense. Its monster effect is, if this card is in your hand or your graveyard, you can send one DD or Dark Contract card from your hand or face up from your side of the field to the graveyard, except DD Lamia. Special summon this card, but banish it when it leaves the field. You can only use this effect of DD Lamia once per turn. So this basically is the Plague Spreader of the deck. It allows you to special summon itself, plus it's a level 1 tuner. It's a level 1 tuner. Sorry guys for that cough. So you can potentially make big synchro plays purely because this is a tuner. So you could maybe make... You could possibly make a Trishula with this as well. Because if you have 2 level 4s on board like this and this, then you could make a tuner monster, then you could just summon this and make Trish banish tons of cards your opponent has, which is very good. Plus you could also make stuff like your big DDDs here, which I'm not going to go into yet. But yeah, that's a very good card because it's a recyclable tuner, which is also very good. So next, let's go on to the extra deck cards, and let's start off with DDD Blaze King Tenjin, sorry guys. It is a fire level 6, 2000 attack, 1500 defense, fusion effect monster. It takes 2 DD monsters to make it, so any monster in the deck. And its effect is, if a DD monster or monsters is special summoned to your side of the field, except this card, so you can't just be like special summon this card, use its effect, except during the damage step, you can target one DD monster in your graveyard, special summon that target. So you can only use this effect of DDD, Tenju, Raging King, Infernos, whatever, once per turn. So that's actually quite good because it allows you to make more plays with your deck. So you could possibly blow out a big field of OTK potential purely because you could have summoned this card and then just gone ham with it. So that's a very good effect in its own right. And its other effect is, if this card is destroyed by battle, or if this card in your possession is destroyed by an opponent's card effect, you can target one Covenant card in your graveyard, add that target to your hand. So that's basically recyclability effect, and that is quite good as well. Because it can be like, you got your Searcher engraved, add it to your hand, next turn, because they killed this card, you make tons more plays. So yeah, that's very good in its own right as well. And that's just it. Let's move on to the next one, because this card is getting an instant thumbs up from me, just because it's got big potential plays because it's a special summon effect. plus it just recycles. Its recyclability is good as well. So next is DDD Dragon Slayer King and Direwolf. It is a dark level 8, 3000 defense, 2500. Wait, no, 3000 attack. Sorry, 2500 defense. It takes one triple D monster and one double D monster to summon it, and its effect is if a DD monster you control attacks a defense position monster, inflict piercing battle damage to your opponent. So basically this allows piercing damage as well, making OTKs a lot easier, which is mainly what the deck loves to do, OTK. And its other effect is once per turn during your standby phase you can destroy all cards in each player's spell and trap card zone. Now that effect's pretty good because it could potentially save you from losing. Because if you don't have something that will save your life points, then this card will most likely save you, or it will. This card does have one downside. That effect does have one downside to it. It's that it can only destroy cards in the spell and trap card zone. So it can't destroy field spell cards and it can't destroy pendulum zone cards, which is not that great. But it is a very good card because it has the effect to destroy spell and trap cards. Also, the piercing damage just allows the OTK or big amounts of damage to be a lot quicker. So I have to give this card a thumbs up because of the OTK potentials it has, and also I'm saying that all these cards are very good in the deck. So when these cards come out, it will hopefully make the deck tier 1. So next we are going to be talking about DDD Gale King Alexander. It is a wind level 7, 2500 attack, 2000 defense, synchro effect monster. It takes one DD tuner and one or more non-tuner monsters. So you're basically going to be using these two to get pluses and shit and stuff, and then go into this. And its effect is, if a DDD monster or monsters is normal or special summoned, except this card, so you can't be like with this, just special summon this, special summon tons of cards. Except during the damage step, you can target one level 4 or lower DD monster in your graveyard, special summon that target. You can only use this effect of DD Alexander the turn of this turn once per turn. So that's a very good effect as well because it allows you to make XC's plays quicker, plus you can make more synchro monsters, which is very good as well. And also you could lead into other plays like XC's plays and all sorts of things. Now, the only downside to this card's effect is that it has to be a level 4 monster, but that really doesn't matter when you could possibly summon something like this and get recyclability from your graveyard to make more plays in the deck. So this is going to be a very good card which could potentially make the deck tier 1 as well. So next, let's go on to the last card I'll be talking about, which is DDD Cursed King Siegfried. Now this is a dark level 8, 2800 attack, 2200 defense monster. It takes one tuner and one or more non-tuner DD monsters. So you're going to be using DDs to make either of these anyway, regardless. And its effect is, during either player's turn, you can target one face-up spell or trap card on the field, negate its effects until the next standby phase. You can only use this effect of DD King Siegfried once per turn. Now that effect's really good because it can not just negate spell and trap cards, but it can also negate pendulum cards and field spell cards and all of that. So it can potentially just make your opponent slow down a lot, make them waste cards to get around this card, and also give you lots of effects. And also because of that, you could also potentially win because of it. Because say your opponent has something like anti-spell fragrance on board, and you summon this card, you can negate the anti-spell fragrance and then play all the spell cards you want to be able to win the game. So yes, and its other effect is, when this card is destroyed by battle or card effect and sent to the graveyard, gain 1000 life points for each dark contract card you control. Now that is very good because you could also be gaining a maximum of 5000 life points, and that could also save your hide if you're gonna lose because of those life points. So not only because of that, but this card is good because of it can regain you life points, and it can also and it can also negate anything. It's kind of like the new Shien, but with differences. I also like this card because when you look at it, it's got a scarf, and the main character in the anime has practically the same scarf. So it's kind of like the guy who plays the deck is actually a card. So, guys, that's the last card I'm going to be talking about in this Yu-Gi-Oh! Forever. Why am I saying that? No, that's a terrible page. Go to Zodiac. It's a lot funnier. Well, it's not terrible. It's just I find it to be filled with information that doesn't need to be said. But yeah, this card is kind of decent. This deck will be tier 1 if it gets all of the support that it needs, and I believe it can compete with even Pepe. So guys, please tell me what you think of this video. Tell me if you want me to talk about more DDDs. Tell me if you want me to show you the deck profile that I'm planning on making when I finish the DDD deck. And please like, comment, and subscribe for more Yu-Gi-Oh videos. I'll see you next time, guys, and thanks for watching.